All right, down here in the shop, thought I'd explain my door frame. Uh, as you can see, there are welds, and there, and another one there. Well, I originally picked up this scrap piece, well, two pieces of angle iron. It's 3 inches this way, 2 inches to the back. Great pieces. But when I started cutting, I cut on 45 angles. Then I realized that I didn't have enough metal to go this way after I cut my 45s and back this way. So after looking at it again, what I ended up doing is welding the pieces back together that I originally cut, and then on the well, these are a solid piece, so they're about 8 inches across there, and there's my 3-inch flange and a 2-inch. These pieces were straight across the 2-inch straight up, and I ended up cutting them off so I could weld here, and I made my square frame. So it worked out, and it took a lot less metal than cutting on a 45. So if you're making a door, I mean, it's not like it's going to be a trailer that you're going to be hauling a whole bunch of weight on and stuff, but it still makes a good solid piece. So anyways, that'll save you a little bit of metal and work, actually, if you know that. All right, I'm going to do a video of my door for the rocket mass. Uh, this is all made up by me, and the metal, I didn't buy anything except a couple things which I'll point out, but most of the metal is just scrap metal. As I already pointed out, the angle iron that I got was 3 inches on top, 2 inches here. So I added a 2-inch piece all the way around. So now I have 4 inches deep and 3 inches on the flange, which is exposed on the outside. The reason I went 4 inches was my brickwork. It's just shy of 4 inches, or just a little more than 4 inches to my uh, uh, fire brick and insulation for the firebox in there. And so what I'd done is left enough uh, insulation that I can pinch it between this inside flange and my fire brick, just enough to make a seal. All right, so then of course I cut this out to fit that air chamber for the secondary air. Let's see, anything else? I drilled holes for those tap cons. There's 3 on each side, which will go into my solid bricks. Not solid, but full-size bricks for the best grip on them. My door, I made the hinges, And I did buy right there those two pieces and the two here, which are my hinge pins or hinge, I don't know what you call them, hinge things. There you go. Anyways, they're uh, what are they called? Set screw anchors. I got them at Rural King, which I'm sure Tractor Supply has them too. But I happened to be at Rural King, found them. They are 3/8 size, and they're a set collar. That's what they're called, set collars. They're used on tractor pins and things like that. It was in the hitch parts where I bought them. So, anyways, I did that, and then I cut pieces of metal, shaped them, put them on, and made the hinge. I used just a 3/8 bolt, and I've got these double nutted right now, but I'm going to get a stop nut so I can do that. All right, then my main air intake. This is a 2¼ inch, 2¼ inch inside diameter square tube. And what I did after I cut my hole in there, I want to make a spark arrestor so sparks don't jump out. So I needed something inside. So what I did, it's a little stiff yet. There we go. All right, what I did was cut the one side out of the same size square tube and just bent it a little bit to fit on the outside so it would fit in there. And then I tacked it on. And what that's going to do is give a full 2 inches or more of air going through, but it'll keep the sparks from jumping through that air hole. And then what I've got for controlling air, and I'm not sure if how I'm going to need this, but I used a 2-inch pipe, which is 2¼ on the outside, fits right inside, and goes right to the back of the other chamber on the inside. I may end up getting a little bit of relief on here, maybe cut a V on each side or whatever to give me control over the burn, but I'm not sure. I think I want it to burn full blast and then shut down for for going out and keeping the air from uh, rising out through the chimney. All right, so anyways, that takes care of that part, as you see. Then I went to the door latch. Bought this. It was a chipping hammer. I got it from Harbor Freight. Drilled the hole in the door for what I used was just 3/8 inch nuts, and welded them on, one on each side. Bent the chipping hammer. Well, I cut the head off first, of course, but bent it so that it makes my angle. Then I tack welded. Right there, you see I tack welded a washer so it keeps the handle intact, but it doesn't stop it from rotating. All right, then I made my latch. I took a drill bit. This happened to be a 5/8. Drilled a hole in the metal and then trimmed it to give me just a little bit of an angle from here back. It grades down, and then there's just a little bit of a lip right there where the hole meets the angle that gives it just enough. If you look, it slides on, it gets to there, and then it locks into that angle or that hole. Now I have not put the rope insulation on there yet, so I'm opening this door with one hand, of course, and it's got a little catch to it yet until it wears in. All right, this shows the inside. My 3/8 nut, and then the washer, just tack welded on the inside of, or the end of the chip hammer. All right, this is my channel for the rope, the insulation rope to seal the door. What I had was, what was this, 1/2 inch? Yeah, 1/2 inch square tube. I bought that at Ace Hardware for another project, had it. What I did was just took my Sawzall, went down the middle of it, gave me a lip, which gives me approximately 1/4 inch, not even quite 1/4 inch of a lip. Tack welded that on there so that, of course, it's got to fit inside the edge of this so that it sits flat on the metal all the way around. And you can see my marks where I put marks so that everything lined up. Anyways, tack welded this on. All right. So I bought 3/8 inch rope because that's what'll fit in here and make it work. I think I could have done 1/2 inch, but I don't need 1/2 inch to do that. So this could be done with any size as long as you had plenty of room to do it. All right. So next up, I guess the next thing I need to do is get the primer and spray paint out. We'll get this thing cleaned up, and then after it dries tomorrow, I'm going to be putting it on the stove, and first burn coming. All right, thanks for watching, and progress.
Sucking the smoke back.
Yep, there it comes. First fire.